Hi, this is Steve Sebedeski, publisher by Zipcom. Are you troubled by what's going on with the Trump family and their wealth and control over the federal government? I am. What specifically is bothering me at this point in time is the fact that there are reports, of course, that he wants to give his family access to top secrets. I mean, think about it. I mean, how profound is this that his kids are going to have access to top secrets? As it is, they're going to be controlling his family wealth. Instead of Donald Trump having his own family or his own company interests in a blind trust where he would have absolutely no control over the assets of that trust, he's putting that into his family's control. Now he wants his family to have top secret information, or so according to reports. But some of the reports are false. I mean, once he's president, is there any prohibition giving his family top secret control? Here's a family that is going to be controlling his wealth and is going to have access to this information. I'm sure every other family would like to have top secret information so they can determine whether or not it's wise for their property holdings to be built or to be condemned or to be maintained, so that they know whether or not there's going to be another Benghazi in their country, so they know whether or not there is an issue that other people don't know. This is very troubling, and it would be great if Donald Trump were to put his own property holdings in a blind trust, but he's not doing that. Instead, his family is going to control it. His own son, Donald Trump, said that it's not conflict of interest. Why? Because they'll have nothing to do with government. That's what he said. That's what he told George Stephanapolous on ABC.
The other questions that have come up, and you are executive vice president of the Trump Organization. You saw that Newsweek cover this week. We want to put that up there right now. And the article suggesting that the conflicts raised by the Trump Organization with so many different businesses in so many different countries demand that Mr. Trump sever all ties with the business during this campaign, and if he becomes president. Will he?
If he becomes president, he will certainly do that. He said he would put these things in a blind trust. He will have nothing to do with it because he's much more concerned, and he said it to me, he's much more concerned about America, about putting Americans back to work, about getting jobs for America. The business that he's created is incredible, but he doesn't care. He said it's small potatoes relative to what he can do for his country that he loves so much.
But it's not a blind trust if you and your siblings are still running.
We're not going to be involved in government.
Well, guess what? By getting the top secrets, that means that he is having a role in government, and his family is having a role in government. So, is there a conflict of interest? Donald Trump's son says no, because they're not having a role in government. But if they get this top secret information and advise his father, then they're having a role in government. If you're not concerned about this Trump family dynasty that's going to affect our foreign policy, in my opinion, then so be it. If you're concerned about the Clinton Foundation, as I was, and I quite frankly considered and called her corrupt for what is going on, this is nothing compared to what we're going to see with Donald Trump. The Clinton family did not have this top secret information. Bill Clinton, whether or not he was told by his wife or not, did not have access to this information. Not only that, but the Clinton Foundation was public, not private, it was public. So what does that mean? That meant that the Clinton Foundation had to disclose what it was doing with its public foundation. And then the Clinton family, Mr. and Mrs. Bill Clinton, released their tax information, something that Donald Trump is not doing. So you take the Clinton Foundation, that's public, and the Clinton taxes, which are public, and you take the Trump business, which is private, and you take his taxes, which are private. And if you had problems with Hillary Clinton, and you don't have problems with Donald Trump, what does this mean for everybody? It means we can expect not just corruption in the federal government, in my opinion, but corruption in state government, corruptions in local government. Because our state politicians, our local politicians are going to say, look what the president's doing. If that's not an issue for them, then it's certainly not going to be an issue for us. So this is Steve Sapodowski, publisher of BuyYourBuzz.com. Thank you for listening.